So this is the first edition of Made to Make, and you've got your Maker's Edition one on the side there as well if you want to collect these. I'm very excited about all of this. You always find a big kind of design on the front which tells you the theme that's inside. So obviously this one, you've got lots of toadstools and cute gnomes. So I'll show you exactly what you get inside. You get your full magazine, but I won't be sharing the contents or the magazine in these videos because I want that to be a complete surprise for those of you that do purchase this. I think it's nice to not share everything, but I do want to show you the products. So this is your coordinating papers. These are 180, 200. They're a nice quality paper. So you get that pretty daisy there. You get 2 sheets with your scenes, so you've got those ones, and where's the other ones? This one here. Okay, and I've featured a few of these already in some tutorials. And then you get all of these ones, so they're going to work for so many occasions, not just the stamps and the themes in this set, but other things you've already got as well. Really, really cute. So I've used the blue ditzy print. I think it's very sweet, with the yellow, I think it's the yellow gingham. Let me show you that one there. Okay, so they're the 2 I'm using today. Then you also get your main die. So this is your toadstool. You'll see that in another tutorial. You get a A5 embossing folder, a lovely design there. And then this is your A4 stamp set here. So I've already gone ahead and cut everything out that I need for this one. So I'm going to do an easel card. So just every card I'm doing is like a little scene builder. So easel cards are really actually quite one of my favorite, most simple card folds. I just think they just give you such a nice finish. So it's just lots of circles for this one, or squares, could be anything you want. Once you see the process, it's easy to change it up, but I've gone for as close to, what's that, 6 inches. So whatever you've got that's close to that. Now I've got this is going to be like the hinge part of it. So whatever size circle or shape you've got, you want to find the halfway and just score. So scored at 3, and then I've also scored at 5.5, just enough for a tab. Okay, something that you can add some adhesive behind. Okay, so like I said, whatever size you've got, halfway, and then just a little 1/2 inch tab. Then I have myself the pattern papers, but I've also cut it then in white card and stuck them together just so that these are nice and strong. Okay, so you want one for, this is going to be my top and this is going to be the base, and then the hinge is going to be behind there. And then this is just extra, but I cut 2 more of the main circle, and then I just got a smaller circle, which is about 5 inch diameter, and I've cut 2 together, and I'm going to pop that up on some foam on this one, just so I've got like a little window, a little kind of frame there that I can add some more detail to. So first I'll stick the frame down. I'm just going to run some foam all around the edge, take the backing off, and then I've got the grass here, which is from my In the Garden die set, but you could just cut yourself some grass. It's very easy, just, you know, get some green card and just snip into it. And then I just wanted to have just a little bit at the bottom there, so I'm just going to let the foam pick it up and then just snip away the excess there. I'm just going to add a little glue over where that's been stuck, and then I want to line this up with the design or the shape. Stick that back down. Okay, so we've got a little bit of detail there. Then I'm going to take this one, the hinge, and you just want to fold the middle one and then your tab here. So you want it to be a mountain fold and then a valley. This one here, add your glue, and then focus on lining up this end that's facing you, and then lay the whole thing flat, and then that piece. Okay, so now this is going to come up. You see we've got our hinge, and that's for this to now attach to. Now because I've got the grass, I've already got my kind of base, so I need to make sure that I line that up so that when this comes up, it's at the bottom, which I think that's going to work fine. So I'm going to use my construction glue. It's just going to make everything nice and strong. Add your glue just on that front half. Okay, keep that lined up with something. I've got the lines on my mat here, so I'm just going to make sure it's there, so that's nice and straight. And then I'm going to focus on getting the grass lined up, and then I can just lay this right over, just having to make sure I get all the scallop design all lined up. If you just got a plain circle, then it'd obviously be much easier. So just give that a minute to dry. Now when you bring this up, you see you've got your easel, but you're going to need something to obviously stop that moving. So I've got my sentiment here: to know you is to love you. I've just cut that out, and then I've just framed it with a piece of green there that matches the grass, and then I'll pop some foam on the back. You need that height, so you see now when that's stuck down, because of the foam, it acts as a stopper. So you can bring it down as far as you want. You can push it back as far as you want, so if you want to have more design here. But I think probably about there, because everything else, I think for me, is all going to be on here. So I'm going to keep this pretty plain. So I might even come down a little bit further. Yeah, I think there's going to be fine. And then all of this is going to be within that frame. So it's up to you where you position this. Get it all ready. I like to stick it onto something, and then I can, you know, have my other hand to just maneuver, make sure it all sits where I want. There we go. And I find get it to this stage because it's easier having that facing you than when you go to decorate it. So I have coloured in a variety of the images here. Love the house. How cute is that? So the idea is that this is going to go in. I'm probably going to clip it behind the grass. I'll probably have to just shape it, like cut it a little bit there. Just maybe a little bit of the same shape circle there, but that's going to kind of be down there. I wanted her kind of flying up there a bit, and then I'm just going to feed in loads of the flowers, so it's really, really full. So I'll show you it when it's all done. Okay, so I have stuck that all down, which you could just leave as it is and then have, you know, a couple of the butterflies there. But I do want to add her. So I've popped a little action wobbler on the back. Basically, you just stick one side to what it is that you want to wobble. It's a little plastic spring, and then the other half will go onto your card. And now you have a really cool wobbler. It just adds a really nice little extra detail. So then I think I'll have maybe the couple of the butterflies down here. I know I said I wasn't going to have anything down there, but I think there is room to have. So I've just folded the butterflies in half and just added the glue just down the middle so the wings stay nice and lifted. And just, you know, add a bit of shape to like all of the flowers. And you know, I've got things coming out over into the frame. And then I think I need to have this ladybird somewhere as well. Yeah, let's go full, I say. Let's add more to it. Again, add a bit of shape to the ladybug. So the only one left is that one. I'll leave that for another project. So that's the finished easel card. So you've got your space. You could write your message on the back there or underneath. When it's flat, that will all go into a 6x6 envelope. I think it's adorable. I'm going to add some of my dimensional gloss, and I'll probably add it onto the little dots there on the ladybug. I like to add it onto the centres of some of the flowers, the nose on the gnome, and you'll see all that. I'll put it on the glass on the window, the nose on the gnome, and you'll see all that in the pictures and on the thumbnail. And I'll have all these in an album on my Facebook page as well, and I will add them onto my blog. I am going to be starting doing blog posts for these magazines, so you've got that for reference as well. So I hope you've enjoyed this card tutorial from me. There will be a playlist featuring all of the cards that I make using this kit. You can find this kit linked in the description box below the video. Give the video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed today. Drop me a comment as well because I enjoy reading them, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. Take care and I'll see you soon.